to get you there. In as far as I can tell you, I have
That
not been lucky to get you there.
that there was one time
Hmm.
that you called me when and they just happened to show up one day in the middle of the week,
Hmm.
and you tried to get a hold of me. They're here, and I was in a 61st
I
and
know, I know,
169.
I know.
So we talked early the next morning, and you said, I'm going to try to get them back out today. So I took off work
Hmm.
and waited all day, and they
Hmm.
didn't come.
Hmm.
That was the only time
I
that you've
have,
tried.
what I can tell you is, for instance, my electrician guy has issues just to take care of you, and I know because I've been with him a couple of times. It was, I cannot get there because the dogs are there. I cannot get there because this
He
and this.
he
Just,
finished.
just an example of what
He
he's.
finished.
Okay, okay. But the AC guy is having the same problem. We cannot get a hold of you, and
That's
we
just
cannot
not
get you.
true. That's
Okay.
just not true.
Okay,
Um,
that's
and
what I've been told. Miss Wendy has tried to reach you a couple of times. I personally reached you one time, that's true. But she has, that's her job, to try to get a work order in, and she said she's trying to reach you a couple of times. I don't know, a couple of times
there
could be
has
one or two or
never
three times.
been there's never been a time that I have had a message on my phone from you guys that I have not called back. Every single time. When you
Someone's
text me,
always
I
home.
text you back. And there's someone there wasn't the other morning when you came by, but there is someone home all the time. And so there to say that you can't get a hold of me is just I, I'm reachable. I'm very reachable. And so they're not trying that hard.
Okay.
And
Okay, so this is the thing. I gave you the three options. Corporate office wants me to give you all your money back. Not even the deposit. They want all the money back. And then she actually told me this morning, trying to reissue that, give the lady enough time for her to find a place and give her the money back. And I'm like, I have to follow orders. I'm not only the boss. I have a boss.
so it's you're evicting me then.
No, 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 no.
Well,
I told my boss that we have other properties that we have in better options. I can show it to her, but what if you don't like those homes? You see what
well,
I'm
I
saying?
mean,
See that that's there.
here's the deal though. It what's frustrating
Mhm.
is and I know you didn't know a lot of the stuff was wrong. I didn't know, and I wanted to clarify a couple of things that when in our text messages the other day they were just like made me go what, but one being the trash outside. We cleaned out a bunch of stuff on Sunday
Mhm.
and filled up the trash can, and there was one bag left, and I set it on the porch
Mhm.
so that when today came, I could set it out next to the trash can.
Mhm.
Um, that's my son's job twice a week is to go around. If there's anything outside, he just has to pick it up.
Mhm.
The dogs, those are not our dogs that are in my yard that are running loose. I took a picture of them just a few minutes ago. Do you have my phone? I took a picture of them just a few minutes ago. You don't have. Um, they look similar to my dog, but they hang out at my house
They're
because
boy dogs.
when
Do you,
Those
we
aren't our dogs.
do you have pictures of your own dogs? Can you forward it to me?
yeah,
Can you have a minute?
absolutely.
Yeah.
But our dogs when they go outside are on a chain. Chained now. Sunny, the one that kind of resembles the two dogs that are hanging out in our yard, um, if she can bolt out, find a way out without a chain, she's going to. But we never leave the house. We stay outside until we get her back in. That's our mission is to get her back in. We get tired of chasing Sunny, but
How many
we
dogs do you have?
two, and we do not let our dogs run around. I think people may be seeing the other two. I don't know who they belong to.
Mm-hmm.
It's
But
two white
there's-
boy dogs.
Yes,
They're
and
big.
they're
I saw the one. When I
And-
was there, I saw a dog. But
Yeah,
it's just staying
our-
right there by your
see,
door. So
Yes.
yes,
won't leave.
but they think that I think they wait for us to bring our dog out to play,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the only thing I can think of because they literally stay. They were in our yard just now, so.
Mm-hmm.
But and I didn't know there was two until this morning.
They
I
look
thought there was
alike.
just one. They look exactly alike.
I saw a beige one.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're beige.
They're both blonde colored, but so is Sunny. Um, but Sunny's on a chain with a collar, and she can't. She can only get from here to that wall. She can't get out of the yard. And
Could you please send us a picture of
Yeah,
your dogs
absolutely.
when you have the time?
And I'll send you a
that
picture.
That way we don't have the misunderstanding on
And
this
I'll
is
send
your
you a
dog.
picture of the two that are outside the house.
No,
too.
I have seen the ones.
Okay.
So
okay.
when I see the other ones, I will know for sure that
Okay.
that's not yours.
Ours is a lab collie mix. Those I don't know what those are. But anyways, and then the other thing that you said that startled me was that no, the house was not ready to move in, but you were aware of that. And I was not aware of that.
Well, the
What
reason
did you mean by that?
What I meant is when we met, you saw it with carpet,
Yeah.
without the carpet. I'm sorry.
Right.
And I explained to you that we're showing, but we're not ready because it
But-
was not ready.
But I said, are they available immediately? And you said the 4-bedroom will be ready tomorrow, is what you said. And so that's why, I mean,
and even so, it wasn't because we were ordering the carpet
well,
and it took us a while.
That's fine.
And that's when one thing, once again, I said, you've been patient, and I'm thankful because even with the carpet scenario, we were not ready all the way to, I think I believe Monday, because even that weekend, Friday, Saturday.
You had it done Monday morning. We were able to get in, and you know, that worked out okay and everything, but
that was just the carpet.
yes, but the only two things that we knew going into it were the carpet needed to be put in and that the gas inspection needed done, and then everything else was ready, because you and I had the conversation that I was moving from a house that was just filled with issues and problems, and I couldn't wait to get somewhere that wasn't like that. So I don't think you would have put me in it had you known. So I know that you didn't know, and I don't blame you for any of the problems. I just wanted them fixed. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's easy to say we can move to another house or whatever, but do you know how much work that is? I mean, I've been unpacking for 2 months, and it's just a lot of work. We like our house. We just, I just don't think air is I don't even care about anything else right now. I mean, the stuff can wait. I just don't think air is too much to ask for.
No.
You know what I mean? The other night I walked into my son's room, and literally his face was beet red, and it was wet from sweat, and he was asleep, and I was just like, ugh. My kids shouldn't just have to live like that, you know, and that it makes me feel bad. And I'm not being, I just don't feel like I'm being unreasonable by asking for air in our house. And it'd be different if we do open some windows just because we have to. But there's no screens, so bugs can get in and all that stuff. There's
the screen when we got the house here, it doesn't come with screen. I'll be honest with you.
And that's okay. I get
that. From the window perspective, after we get the AC done, I probably have to write you a note of things that it will be almost impossible for us to get it.
I don't even care about that.
It is.
Just that there are just some major things that being the most important that need done. I need a mailbox key. I still don't have a mailbox key. I have to get my mail. People have my address, but so I don't even know if I have mail. But thankfully I get my bills electronically. I get my bills electronically, so at least there's that. But somebody might want to send me something. You know what I mean? I don't want to sound like a complainer. I don't want to sound like I'm going to be a problem and all that. I'm really not. You'll never hear from me. I mean, honestly, that is a major thing that.
Let me ask you something. You're telling me that every day there's someone there, right? Well, most of the time.
One of us, I'm usually not ever there. You're working pretty much all the time, but Shay's usually there.
So it's possible that I can even text you and say, such and such a time, they're going to be here, and there's someone there. And
that's what I understood when they didn't show up that one day. You said, I will text you 24. I'll give you 24-hour notice.
And it was my mistake, and I'm gonna assume 100% of a mistake because I am thinking everybody's going to school, and then if you're not there, and then I don't have access. That's what in the back of my mind. Everybody's going to college or school or something, and then mom is the one that's what if you look back on my text, I said I need somebody to be there.
Yeah.
I am assuming everyone else is gone.
No,
and then you're.
Unfortunately, because we're trying to get her to go to work, but she's there,
Okay,
and I will make her be there. If not, I will take off work. My boss is all she knows.
No, we just need one person just to make sure dogs are restrained and make sure the air is
I totally
going.
understand.
Okay.
And so we.
And then also, I want you to know it'll take one day of work for the AC to get it done in one day.
I know.
Like even if something a part or whatever is missing, they can actually pre-order whatever, go see a pre-order, and then get it done. Let's say tomorrow, and it's done that's the same day. By the time you get home, it'll be done.
Yeah.
But I was under the assumption that it was no one there besides you.
No.
Now I know why.
Yeah, no.
I was like, I need you to be there because now you understand what I mean. I thought everybody else is doing school.
Yeah.
So now going back, I want you to know that if you want to stay, we want you to stay.
I do.
You know, now it is like I told you, that's my only 4-bedroom, and that's probably one of the reasons you want the home besides other homes, because we don't have a 4-bedroom besides that home.
Yeah, and we love the remodeled part. The stove and the refrigerator is kind of a pain, but
I know.
we're even dealing with that. I mean, we pull it out and
no,
use the oven.
I do have a new small ones, but the guy that I sent, he says she has a large family. I don't think this little one will do justice for her.
I kind of.
And then I text you and say I'm gonna switch it because upon your paying, I have a perfect one, which is brand new. We have it. I'm using it myself, and I said, well, let's go ahead and switch it. And the guys were ready to do that. I think I'd reach you and let you know. But and then this is what he made me think. He says, you know what? Everybody there, I don't think, she probably need 3 or 4 cartons of milk, or what I mean, enough food.
Oh, I just cannot keep you in the house.
And then here,
our refrigerator's empty.
Okay. This one is tiny compared to that one, so I don't know. I mean, you can see that one. That one is a nice one too. It has a alarm system. It's a brand new one too. It's a nice one.
I didn't know refrigerators.
Oh yeah, it does.
Now,
like if
who's
you
gonna
keep
be
it
sneaking out food?
Yeah, if you leave it open like at night, more than a certain second, it has.
That's good though.
It's a nice one. They send me the company sent it to me. Of course, I'm using it because they took the old one, and so that's the plan on your home. I told Wendy. I said, look. She was not too happy for me to remove hers, but I have plan B. I have this one right here that I can switch, but it's a small black one. It matches the other one, but it's a small black one. So I don't know if you want to do that. I can show it to you.
Now and then also when it rained, and we'd never, and you guys wouldn't have known either, but it rained so hard that weekend that we did find some leaks, and I don't even know how you fix that, but where were they bad? I mean, how? Cause
do you mark it down or something?
Yeah, we know when it was above the stove, and all we did was put a pan on the burner, and it caught the water.
Okay.
But
at least if you remember, and when it's beautiful and sunny, the guys can go.
And there was one in Zach's room. There was one in the back hallway by your room, and there's 4.
One leaks in my outlet.
Yeah, her outlet and her room. I think I told you about that.
Yeah. Because they tried to fix it. Yeah.
The water, I think, that goes from having the doors and stuff open, but fixing the AC completely you have to take that down, and you probably won't have that issue anymore.
Yeah, you don't think? That's probably true.
I don't think whatsoever you will have.
Because the window's just a little bit. Because
So that's what they told me. They said, look, as soon as you put this AC, the central heat in there,
let me ask you something else. And I can't remember. Do you have fans?
Oh yeah,
Ceiling
we use
fans.
our ceiling fans,
Okay, good.
and we do turn.
And the reason why is because the house is long enough.
Oh, I know.
And then
Well, see, what?
you're
That's
probably
why
gonna need it.
That's why I got a window unit for her room and a window unit for my room, thinking that it would push that air towards the middle. But it really doesn't. I mean, it. But so we open windows. We open a window on each side of the kitchen and on each side of the living room, and turn the fans on and try to just pull as much air. The problem in a trailer is it's a little bit hotter than it is outside, only because there's no breeze, you know, and so we have to kind of get some circulation going in there.
You're leaving at 10. Who is gonna be at home? Are you gonna be home?
No, Shay's gonna.
Well, no, she's not. But I'll have my friend come over.
Well, let me reach before you do anything. Let me reach because we have two different companies. Let me reach them.
Okay.
Ask them if they can be here today. If they say no, they're gonna be here tomorrow, and then I'll call you. I'll send you a
Awesome.
text message.
Oh,
You tell me if you were gonna be here or if she's gonna be here
Okay.
or whoever.
okay.
Because we need to get this taken care of.
Yes.
It's gonna be hotter within a couple more weeks.
I know. Monday was really the hottest, and I was like, "Oh my God, we're gonna die!" We're so because it was so. Even with my window unit in my room, it was so hot. Because if I'd want to leave my bedroom door open so the cool air kind of gets through there, that if I do, the hot air comes in.
And another thing,
I was
having
like-
the AC, you still have to use your fan because that after
Oh yeah.
not having air for a while, you have to cool everything down. It'll take a little bit.
Right.
Okay, so let's do that.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna go back with the list of anything else, like for instance the window issue. I really don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Older models, mobile homes.
I can remember, because we lived in a mobile home years ago, but I don't remember if it had screens.
No, and then the thing is that if I go to the there's mobile home places and here in town because it's an older mob, everything is like out of order. They don't have to.
It's so weird. When people see it on the outside, they automatically are like, "Oh, it's an older home."
home.
And then they walk in and they're like, "What?"
Because it is, and I want to keep that clear. There are some things that
Yeah.
that, for instance, the leak will take care of it. But for instance, when you say something about the window and this and that, I'm thinking, how am I going to get
No,
this
and
back for it?
I wondered about that. And once we have air, we won't have to worry. We
Okay.
won't open windows.
And then I need you to also think about your refrigerator thing. I don't want you to have that headache, but let's go see
Let's
this
go look
one.
at it.
Let's go look
And
at it.
then if you say, hey, Susan,